Record-keeping requirements. Each user, registrant, or supervisor is required to maintain accurate and complete records. For the sake of this presentation, where variations may exist between the state of California requirements and national requirements, we'll be focusing strictly on national requirements for dose limit reporting as they follow the NCRP guidelines, and due to your required preparation to take the ART registry examination. Incident notifications. The State Department of Health Services must be notified when individuals are exposed to radiation for other than prescribed medical purposes in excess of the prescribed limits. This requires both a telephone report within 24 hours of the incident and prompt confirmation by letter whenever individuals are exposed to radiation in excess of the prescribed limitations. 24-hour notification is required if an individual has received within 24 hours a total effective dose equivalent exceeding 50 millisieverts or 5 rems, an I-dose equivalent exceeding 150 millisieverts or 15 rems, or a shallow dose of equivalent to the skin or extremities exceeding 0.5 sieverts or 50 rems. An overexposure of a dosimeter assigned to an occupational worker is considered to be presumptive evidence of exposure to the individual. Overexposures should be investigated to determine the conditions under which the overexposure occurred, and the findings should be reported to the Radiologic Health Branch within 30 days. Dosimetry reports shall be preserved indefinitely. X-ray machine registration requirements and vendor obligations. X-ray equipment must be registered within 30 days of acquisition with the State of California Department of Health Services Radiologic Health Branch. There is an initial registration fee and a renewal fee collected every 2 years. The sale, transfer, or disposal of any X-ray machine must also be reported to the State of California Department of Health Services on forms available from the Radiologic Health Branch website. It is the supervisor's responsibility to inform the person who acquires the X-ray machine that it must be registered with the Department of Health Services in his or her own name. Requests for renewal of any certificate or permit must be filed at least 30 calendar days prior to the expiration date of each certificate or permit and must be on forms furnished by the department. Renewal notices before the expiration date of the certificate or permit will be mailed to the last address listed in the Radiologic Health Branch's records. Note: no user shall operate or permit the operation of X-ray equipment unless the equipment and installation meet the applicable requirements of the California Radiation Control Regulations and are appropriate for the procedures to be performed. Safety inspections. In order to ensure compliance with the California Radiation Control Regulations, persons authorized by the State Department of Health Services are permitted, without a warrant, at all reasonable times to inspect X-ray machines, activities, facilities, premises, and any records pertaining to radiography and/or fluoroscopy and associated supervisory activities. Records of inspection should be made available to inspectors upon request. Structural shielding and other shielding problems are of such a specialized nature that it is appropriate and advisable to consult a qualified health physicist or a qualified radiological physicist. Individual responsibilities. Individuals who hold certification documents issued by the Radiologic Health Branch must report any change of name or address to the Department of Health Services Radiologic Health Branch in Sacramento within 30 days of that change.